Good morning, Odalis.
Welcome, friends, to Chicken Chat. You may notice that we're in a different place today. We are at Miss Lucy's chicken farm, and we're so excited about today's program because it's all about, you guessed it, chickens.
We're going to show you some of the great chickens here that lives on Miss Lucy's farm. You can hear them right now. So we're going to get to meet them. We're going to get to meet Miss Lucy, and we're going to read you some fun stories and songs.
It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be clocktastic. So come join us.
Well, our first story today is Hattie and the Fox. It's written by Mem Fox and illustrated by Patricia Mullins. So let's see what's happening in this chicken story. Hattie was a big black hen. One morning, she looked up and said, "Goodness gracious me! I can see a nose in the bushes." Oh, there is a big old nose in that bush. Do you think everybody's going to be worried about it? "Good grief," said the goose. "Well, well," said the pig. "Who cares?" said the sheep. "So what?" said the horse. "What next?" said the cow. Uh-oh, they don't seem to be worried. Hattie said, "Goodness gracious me! I see a nose and two eyes in the bush." "Good grief," said the goose. "Well, well," said the pig. "Who cares?" said the sheep. "So what?" said the horse. "What next?" said the cow. And Hattie said, "Goodness gracious me! I can see a nose, two eyes, and two ears in the bushes." "Good grief," said the goose. "Well, well," said the pig. "Who cares?" said the sheep. "So what?" said the horse. "What next?" said the cow. And Hattie said, "Goodness gracious me! I could see a nose, two eyes, two ears, and two legs in the bushes." "Good grief," said the goose. "Well, well," said the pig. "Who cares?" said the sheep. "So what?" said the horse. "What next?" said the cow. Uh-oh. And Hattie said, "Goodness gracious me! I can see a nose, two eyes, two ears, two legs, and a body in the bushes." I hope that Hattie's going to be okay. But her friends aren't helping because they're going again. "Good grief," said the goose. "Well, well," said the pig. "Who cares?" said the sheep. "So what?" said the horse. "What next?" said the cow. And Hattie said, "Goodness gracious me! I can see a nose, two eyes, two ears, a body, four legs, a tail in the bushes. It's a fox! It's a fox!" And she flew very quickly into a nearby tree. "Oh no!" said the goose. "Dear me!" said the pig. "Oh dear!" said the sheep. "Oh help!" said the horse. But the cow said, "Moo!" so loudly that the fox was frightened and ran away. And they were also surprised that none of them said anything for a very long time. The end.
We're here at Miss Lucy's farm. Hello, Miss Lucy.
Hi, Miss Odalis.
Thank you so much for having us here today and showing us around.
Yeah, it's great.
So now we want Miss Lucy to take us around and show us where the chickens live. We all want to know where they live and how they do their things. So take us.
All right. So this is their coop where they live. We built this ourselves from pallet wood. Look inside, I guess. So there's the inside of the coop.
That looks so cozy.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little falling apart there. That's all right. So they sleep in here. They sleep usually roosting on top of the roost. Mm-hmm. They like to sit up to mimic being in trees in nature. And then in the back, you can see our nesting boxes. So there's actually only one real egg in there. We have some fake eggs to encourage them to lay. They like to lay where everybody else is laying. So you put the fake eggs in there. They're made of clay? I don't know. Doesn't matter. They're fake eggs. They look like the real thing, and then I drew big X's on them so I don't pick them up during the day. But yeah, that encourages them to lay where we want them to lay. Yeah. And then there's a spot in the back. We can, if you want to see that.
You were showing me the heat lamp
Yes.
for when it's cold.
Yes, in the winter, we have this heat lamp in here. It's on not a timer. It's on a temperature gauge. So when the temperature drops below freezing, the heat lamp turns on and keeps them warm in the winter nights.
That's nice.
Yeah. So we have these little latches here, so predators can't just pop it open. Maybe just an extra. Raccoons are really smart. They got those thumbs.
Yeah.
So we prop this open, and then I can reach right in and grab the eggs. That fell down. So nope.
So do they give you enough eggs for you during the week, you would say?
Yeah. We're getting, let's see, Ma'am usually lays once a day, and Birdie lays every couple days. So we don't need that many eggs.
Okay.
So we have them in.
But
I don't know, it's
Lucy
enough for
loves
us.
to bake too.
I do love to bake. They don't give me enough eggs to bake a lot, so I do have to buy store eggs for that. But Miss Birdie just laid this egg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Yeah.
It's so warm. Guys, it's so warm. And it looks like grayish. It looks a little bit different. Can you guys see?
She lays blue eggs.
Oh,
They're a little bit blue. Ma'am lays the brown eggs, because chickens lay all kinds of colors of eggs. White ones that you probably see in the store, brown ones, bluish ones, green ones, and every shade in between, really. It's pretty cool. But we only have brown ones and the blue ones. So you can see that the coop is up off the ground. That helps keep the chickens safe from predators. And it's closed up in chicken wire. And then we have a lot of stuff along the border too, so they don't dig underneath the chicken wire. We let them out during the day, but we keep the door open so they can come in and get their food and their water. We keep the food dish off the ground, again, to keep bugs and predators out. And then the water dish over there. Hi, babies! They have a little ramp to get up into the coop. And then, it's a little gross in here. There's a little door here. We can close the door if we wanted to.
Okay.
But we usually leave that open and they just come in and out. Oh, this is a blueberry bush and raspberries and blackberries.
Very
We
cool.
just thought it would be fun to put them there. And the chickens love berries. These are new plants, so they don't really have any berries yet, but when they start producing berries, I'm sure the chickens will eat them right off the bush. They're very silly. But yeah, I don't know, that's what a chicken coop's like.
Thank you so much for showing us around, Miss Lucy.
Oh,
that
you're very
was
welcome.
really, really neat. Oh no! It looks like all this chicken fun made Mr. Chris fall asleep. Oh my goodness, Mr. Chris, wake up! Mr. Chris, wake up! Oh no, guys, he's not waking up. I think we're gonna have to sing his favorite song to get him to wake up. Will you sing it with me? Let's sing a chicken song together. Captain Feathersword fell asleep on his pirate ship. Then he woke up on a farm
Oh my goodness me.
with roosters and ducks singing this song, and it says quack, 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 cock-a-doodle-doo. Quack, 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 cock-a-doodle-doo. Quack, 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 a doodle-doo. And now every day when he talks, this is what he says.
Quack, 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 cock-a-doodle-doo.
He also does the barnyard dance, and you can do it too. And it says quack, 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 cock-a-doodle-doo. Quack, 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 cock-a-doodle-doo. Quack, 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 a doodle-doo. Well, thank you so much for for staying with me.
And thank you for waking me up.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. So for our next book, we're going to be reading Interrupting Chicken. And this book was written by David Ezra Stein. And it was illustrated by him, it looks, as well. Are you ready to listen to it? All right, let's get started. Interrupting Chicken. Interrupting Chicken by David Ezra Stein. It was bedtime for the little red chicken. Okay, my little chicken, said Papa. Are you all ready to go to sleep? Yes, Papa, but you forgot something. What was that? Asked Papa. A bedtime story. All right, said Papa. I'll read you one of your favorites. And of course, you are not going to interrupt the story tonight, are you? Oh no, Papa, I'll be good. They're going to read Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel were very hungry. Deep in the woods, they found a house made of candy. Nibble, nibble, nibble. They began to eat the house until the old woman who lived there came out and said, "What lovely children! Why don't you come inside?" They were just about to follow her when... Out jumped a little red chicken and she said, "Don't go in, she's a witch!" So Hansel and Gretel didn't. The end. Chicken? Yes, Papa? You interrupted the story. Try not to get so involved. I'm sorry, Papa, but she really was a witch. Well, you're supposed to be relaxing so you can fall asleep. Let's try another story. I'll be good. This time they're trying Little Red Riding Hood. Take this basket of goodies to Grandma, said Little Red Riding Hood. Now we've got an interrupting chicken right over here too. But don't stray from the path. The woods are full of danger. Red Riding Hood skipped along through the deep woods. By and by, she met a wolf who wished her good morning. She was about to answer him when... Out jumped a little red chicken and she said, "Don't talk to strangers." So Little Red Riding Hood didn't. The end. Chicken? Yes, Papa? You did it again. You interrupted 2 stories. And you're not even sleepy. I know, Papa. I'm sorry, but he was a mean old wolf. Yes. Now get back into bed. Okay, Papa, let's try one more little story and I'll be good this time. You think he's gonna be good this time? Now they're gonna try Chicken Little. Chicken Little was hit on the head by an acorn. The sky is falling, she thought. She was about to run off and warn Goosey Lucy, Ducky Lucky, Henny Penny, and everyone on the farm the sky was falling when... Out jumped a little red chicken and she said, "Don't panic, it was just an acorn." So Chicken Little didn't. The end. Oh no. Chicken? Yes, Papa? You did it again. Oh, Papa, I couldn't let the little chicken get all upset over an acorn. Please read me one more story and I promise I'll fall asleep. But Chicken, said Papa, we're out of stories. Oh no, Papa, I can't go to sleep without a story. Then, said Papa, yawning, why don't you tell me a story? Me? Tell a story? Said the little red chicken. Okay, Papa, here we go. Bedtime for Papa by Chicken. Once there was a little red chicken who put her papa to bed. She read him 100 stories. She even gave him warm milk, but nothing worked. He stayed awake all... What happened? What happens in the story? He goes to sleep. Papa? What happened to Papa Chicken? He fell asleep not even after the first page. Good night, Papa. The end. I hope you like that story. Alright, so for our next song, I'm going to invite you, my friends, to come along with us so you can do some shaking of your eggs. So if you have any shaker eggs at home, any maracas, anything that you can shake, and even if you don't have anything you can shake, you can still shake with us. So are you ready? Are you ready, Mr. Chris?
I'm ready to shake.
Alright, let's get started. I know a chicken.
I know a chicken.
And she laid an egg.
And she laid an egg.
Oh, I know a chicken.
Oh, I know a chicken.
And she laid an egg.
And she laid an egg.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness.
It's a shaky egg.
It's a shaky egg.
And we shake them fast.
And we shake them fast.
Oh, so fast.
Oh, so fast.
Shake them fast.
We shake them fast.
Oh, so fast.
Oh, so fast.
Shaking fast.
Shake
Shake
them
them fast. Shake them fast.
Shake them fast.
Oh, I know a chicken.
I know a chicken.
And she laid an egg.
And she laid an egg.
Oh, I know a chicken.
I know a chicken.
And she laid an egg.
And she laid an egg.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness.
It's a shaky egg.
It's a shaky egg.
And we shake them slow.
And we shake them slow.
Oh, so slow.
Oh, so slow.
Slow we go.
Slow it goes.
Shake them slow.
Shake them slow.
And we shake them fast.
Shake them
Oh,
fast.
so fast.
Oh, so
Shake
fast?
them fast.
Shake them fast.
Oh, I know a chicken.
I know a chicken.
And she laid an egg.
And she laid an egg.
Oh, I know a chicken.
Oh, I know a chicken.
And she laid an egg.
And she laid an egg.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness.
It's a shaky egg.
It's a shaky egg.
And we shake them in a circle.
Shake them in a circle.
Round we go.
Round we go.
Shake them in a circle.
Shake them in a circle.
All around.
All around.
And shake them up and down.
Shake them up and down.
And up and down.
Up and down.
Up and down.
Up and down.
Oh, I know a chicken.
I know a chicken.
And she laid an egg. Oh, I know a chicken. And she laid an egg. Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness.
It's a shaky egg. Good job, everyone!
Thanks for shaking with us.
Welcome back, friends. We're here with Miss Lucy, and we've come to the part of the show that we've all been waiting for. It's the Chicken Chat questions and answers, where we're going to get all of the questions that you asked, and we're going to get them answered, hopefully. So do you want to get started, Mr. Chris?
Absolutely. So our first question says here, what's the best way to protect my chickens from predators?
So the way we protect our chickens from the predators could be hawks or coyotes or raccoons, or one time a neighbor's dog came into the yard. That was fun.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we have this enclosure for them. We do let them out during the day, but at night's really the scariest part for chickens. So it's all closed up in wire, so nobody can get in.
Our next question says, why can we have chickens inside Fairfield city limits? Please tell us.
I don't know exactly, but I would guess because chickens are kind of smelly and kind of loud. You may have just heard one of my roosters making a racket.
It might be hard for people to enjoy their day in the city if they kept hearing the chickens all day long. Huh?
Yes.
And smelling them too.
Well, I disagree. I like them. So.
Oh yes.
All right.
Do chickens like people?
Some chickens like people. I mean, they're individuals, just like humans are. Some people like people more than others. you have to socialize them when they're younger for them to be used to people. I have a lot of chickens who don't like people.
All right. Our next question says, how many eggs can they lay at a time?
Let's see. Most chickens will lay 1 egg a day, maybe every other day. So not too many. You can average it about 1 a day.
All right.
Thanks. Why can't chickens fly?
I'm not sure on that one, actually. That's a good question. I think it's more of their bodies are too big and their wings aren't as big. Because, like, you look at a songbird, they have a very small body and pretty big wings. But chickens are much more of a bigger body. But they can glide, and they can jump real high.
That's true. All right. Our next question says, do chickens sometimes eat their own eggs? And why?
They do that sometimes,
Oh,
unfortunately.
really?
If you leave them in the coop, and maybe they accidentally get stepped on and squished,
Okay.
and then it's no longer a potential another chicken. They see it as nutrients, so they'll eat it. So that's why you try and get the eggs out as often as possible.
And do they eat the whole egg, like what's inside?
They definitely eat the insides. I haven't seen them eat the shells. I'm not sure. I imagine they would. They would use the calcium to make more shells.
That leads us to our next question. How do chickens lay eggs?
How do chickens lay eggs? Well, chickens have one hole in the back for everything. It's called the cloaca. And they pass it through the I don't know.
The cloaca.
The cloaca.
I think that's a good answer.
Okay.
And then they sit on them for, is it 28 days?
Yes, incubation is about 28 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Our next question says, where do eggs come from?
I feel like that's a similar question to the last
From
one.
inside the chicken.
From inside the chicken.
The cloaca.
Yeah, and you don't need a rooster for a hen to lay eggs. They just do it anyway. You only would need the rooster if you want to hatch more baby chickens.
All right.
We're learning so much.
This question says, how do chickens know which baby chicken is theirs if there is a lot of baby chickens and the parents aren't around?
That's such a good question.
That really is a good question. I don't have much experience with the hens and their own chicks. We incubated some indoors, so that the hens didn't sit on them. But I imagine it would be whichever egg the hen laid, she would then be able to recognize her own babies. I mean, a human mom, your mom, knows who her babies are. I imagine it's a lot like that.
And I don't know if with chickens it's the same as with other animals, but other animals use pheromones and the smell of their actual young to know which ones are there. So that's a good question to look into. Maybe you can come to the library and we'll get some information on that. So next question.
Sure. This question says, who came first, the chicken or the egg?
Oh, classic question. So, if you look at it from an evolutionary standpoint, something that was almost a chicken, 99.99% a chicken, laid an egg that had just enough DNA differences to become that first chicken. So the egg came first.
There you go.
I'm going to agree with that.
That sounds right.
That's what counts.
I don't know of all of that, but it sounds correct.
Yeah. Okay, so our next question says, it's a double question, and it says, what age is the oldest chicken you've ever had?
So we've only had chickens for a couple of years. Our oldest chicken we have is our hen we named Ma'am, because she's the oldest. We adopted her from somebody we found online. She's probably about 5. And I'm not sure how long chickens can live. Their prime laying years are the first couple, but she's still going strong. I'm not really sure.
All right, the second question is, what is your silliest chicken name that you named your chicken? Thank you.
Oh boy. One of our younger chickens I've named Legs. because she is all legs. She's like the normal body and then just legs. The longest legs I've ever seen. I don't know. We'll have to find her later so we can see her.
Well, I had baby chickens growing up too, and I had two with very peculiar names. I had a baby chick named Piculín. He was named after a local basketball star where I grew up. And the other one, she was my first pet actually. Her name was Nena. So I remember them with a lot of love.
All right. Oh, we answered this earlier. Do chickens like people?
Oh yeah, we had two of those.
I think they do. Not much, not always, but they kind of do.
Some do.
What is the average lifespan of a chicken?
Oh, we just talked about that. I don't know. I want to say they can live close to 10 years.
Wow.
They won't lay that long, but I think that's what I've read.
Okay.
But come to the library and double check me.
There's true.
All right. Our next, we're getting close to the end of the questions. It says, what do chickens eat?
Chickens, you buy a feed for chickens at the farm store. I've got a little bit of it here. It's you can get it. Our chickens like it in, well, you probably can't see it from here. In little crumbles. It's like a dog or cat food you'd get. It's got everything they need in there. There's different formulas for when they're little and growing, and for when they're laying. They need more calcium in their diet to help produce the eggs. And then they also sell little treats. So these treats are...
And those are made out of shrimp?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
What are shrimp but bugs of the sea? And the chickens love bugs.
That's true.
But they'll also eat your table scraps, your veggie scraps, or fruit. We got a mulberry tree. The chickens love the mulberries.
Well, that kind of goes into our next question: is what is the ideal diet for a chicken?
Oh, well, the ideal diet for a chicken is probably outdoors, letting them peck at the bugs and all the greenery that they want. People say that free-range chickens that way have the most nutritious eggs. But, of course, we let our chickens out to roam and do that stuff, but then we also make sure we feed them, too, to make sure they're getting everything they need.
You know, I don't know if you've noticed this, but when I used to have chickens growing up, the eggs, when we cracked them, the yolk used to be darker when you have them in-house than the yolk that you buy from the egg at the store.
I have noticed that. It's a nice, beautiful deep yellow. Yeah.
All right, and is this our last question? No, we have two more. One of our last questions says, what did the chicken say? Oh, this is a joke. So this says, what did the chicken say to get across a busy street? Excuse me. All right.
All right. I like that. So our last question says, how do chickens stay cool?
How do chickens stay cool?
It is a warm summer day, so that's an important question to know.
Yes, it is. It's important to always have water available for your chickens, just like your other pets, your cats and your dogs. My chickens, when it's really hot, like to stay back in the woods area where it's nice and shady. You can also... I've heard that, I haven't tried this yet, I need to. If you take like canned corn and freeze it in ice cube trays, then you put those out for the chickens, and they peck at them, and then they get the bits of ice, and then they get the little corn pieces, which they also love, and that keeps them cool.
Oh. That's a nice fact. Well, thank you so much. Those were some really good questions. Thank you so much for asking them.
Thank you.
Our next book today is called Book, Book, Book. That kind of sounds like the sound a chicken makes, right? Book, book, book. Well, this book is by Deborah Bruss and illustrated by Tiffany Bookie. Or is it Booko? I don't know. Let's read and find out what's going on with this book, though. Down at the farm, all was well until the children went back to school and the animals had nothing to do. They had no rides to share, no tug of war to play, no one to scratch behind their ears or ruffle their feathers. I think luckily for you guys right now, you're all at home. You don't have to go back to school yet. In the bright morning sun, the horse hung its head. The cow complained, moo. The goat grumbled, brr. The pig pouted, oink. The duck dozed off, honk. And the hen heaved a sigh. Long about noon, the sun high above the barnyard, the hen squawked, I'm bored. I'm heading to town to find something to do. The animals followed her down the road. Oh, what's that say? I think that says library. That's a good place to go. Look, clucked the hen. Happy faces. This must be the place we're looking for. I'll go in and see if I can find something to do. Nay, nay, whinnied the horse. You're too small for such a big job. Leave it to me. Oh, they're going into the public library. The horse clip-clopped in. Politely, he asked for something to do. But the librarian could not understand the horse. It's a horse. All that she heard was, nay, nay. So the horse hung his head and clipped-clopped out. Next, the cow plodded in. The librarian politely asked for something. Well, the cow asked for something to do, but the librarian could not understand the cow. All she heard was, moo, moo. So the cow complained and plodded out. Now it was the goat's turn, and he trotted in. Politely, he asked for something to do, but the librarian could not understand the goat. All she could hear was, ba, ba. So the goat grumbled and trotted out. Slowly, the pig ambled into the library. Politely, she asked for something to do. But all the librarian heard was, oink, oink. So the pig ambled out to tell her friends. Up flapped the hen, and she announced, I'm going in, and no one is going to stop me. Into the library she flapped. Buck, the hen clucked politely. The librarian looked around and said, What's that noise? Buck, buck, the hen clucked. The librarian scratched her head. Who is that? Buck, 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 clucked the hen quite clearly. Oh. Book? Is that what you want? Asked the librarian, and handed her 3 books. Handed her 3 books. She went, book, book, book. And now they're all heading back to the farm. Well, back at the farm, the horse, the cow, the goat, the pig, the duck, and the hen all gathered around the books. The barnyard was filled with neighs and moos, bahs and oinks, quacks, and book, book, books. Their sounds of delight lasted until sundown. And all the animals were happy except for the bullfrog. That bullfrog's been on every page if you've been looking closely. Well, do you know what that bullfrog sang? He said he already read it. Read it. Read it. The end. My goodness, these chickens are so loud. They seem like they're having so much fun. I bet that'd be really fun to be a chicken. So why don't we pretend to be a chicken, Odalis?
That sounds like so much fun, Mr. Chris.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Sounds good. Let's do this rhyme together. I'm a little chick who's ready to hatch, pecking at my shell. Tap, tap, tap. When I crack it open, out, I'll leap. I flap my feathers and say, peep, peep, peep.
Peep. That was fun.
Should we do that a second time?
We can do that a second time. Do you want me to do it now?
Sure.
I'm a little chick who's ready to hatch, pecking at my shell. Tap, tap, tap. When I crack it open, out I'll leap. I'll flap my feathers and say, peep, peep. Thank you so much. That was so much fun. This story is called Cockadoodle Quack Quack by Ivor Vidal and Sophie Jupp. I hope you enjoy it. Cockadoodle Quack Quack. Cockadoodle Quack Quack. Once upon a time, there was a baby rooster. It was his job to wake everybody up in the morning, but he didn't know how. He didn't know what to say. So he went to see the pigs. "Hello, pigs. It's my job to wake everyone up in the morning, but I don't know what to say. What do you say?" said the pigs. "That's good," said Baby Rooster. "I'll try that tomorrow." The next morning, as the sun was rising, the baby rooster took a deep breath. At the top of his voice, he said, "Cock-a-doodle, oink, oink." But nothing happened. Nobody woke up. So the baby rooster went to see the cows. "Hello, cows," he said. "It is my job to wake everyone up in the morning, but I don't know what to say. What do you say?" "Moo, moo," said the cows. "Oh, yes, that's good," said Baby Rooster. "I'll try that tomorrow." The next morning, as the sun was rising, the baby rooster took a really deep breath, and at the top of his voice, he said, "Cock-a-doodle, moo, moo." But nothing happened. Nobody woke up. So he went to see the ducks. He said, "Hello, ducky ducks. It's my job to wake everyone up in the morning, but I don't know what to say. What do you say?" "Quack, quack," said the ducks. "Oh, that's really good," said Baby Rooster. "I'll try that tomorrow." The next morning, just as the sun was rising, the baby rooster took a very deep breath, and he said, "Cock-a-doodle, quack, quack." But nothing happened. Nobody woke up. The baby rooster was very sad. "What's the matter?" asked Cat. Baby Rooster said nothing. "Oh dear," said the cat. "I can tell something's wrong. You'd better go and see the wise old owl. He'll know what to do." So Baby Rooster walked up the huge barn where Owl lived. He knocked on the door. "Come on in," said Owl. "Please, can you help me?" said Baby Rooster. "It's my job to wake everyone up in the morning, but I don't know what to say." The wise old owl smiled. "My friend, tomorrow as the sun is rising, go down to the farm gate and sit there quietly. Don't say anything, just listen. Then you will know exactly what to do." That night, Baby Rooster hardly slept at all. He was very puzzled. He still didn't know how he was going to wake everyone up. At last, the sun began to rise. The baby rooster got up and walked down the lane. He stood on the farm gate and listened carefully. It was very, very quiet. Baby Rooster couldn't hear anything at all, but he remembered the wise old owl's words, and he listened again. Then the baby rooster heard a noise coming from the farm next door. He listened very, very carefully. He tried to copy the noise. Cock-a-doodle-noo? Nothing happened. No one woke up. He listened again, this time even more carefully. He took a deep breath. Cock-a-doodle-boo! Still nobody woke up. He listened as carefully and as quietly as he could. He took a giant breath. Cock-a-doodle-doo! And do you know what happened? Everybody woke up. At last, Baby Rooster knew how to wake everybody up. Cock-a-doodle-doo! He was so pleased and happy and so tired that he fell fast asleep. But he was up early again the next morning. The end. Thanks for listening.
Over in the barnyard early in the morning, see the yellow chickies standing in a row. See the busy farmer giving them their breakfast. Cheep, 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 off they go. One more time. Over in the barnyard early in the morning, see the yellow chickies standing in a row. See the busy farmer giving them their breakfast. Cheep, 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 off they go.
Well, friends, that's all we have for today. Thank you again, Miss Lucy, for having us here. We had so much fun at the farm.
I'm glad you guys could come.
And thank you for joining us today. I hope you had as much fun as we did. Right, Mr. Chris?
We had a great time, and we really appreciate all the help that everybody did with giving us questions and tuning in.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.